Today, we look at the cheapest electric pressure washer on the market. Well, at least it was when I bought it for this video. Let's go, Brandon. I'm just kidding. The Sunjo pressure washer is 1600 PSIs of chicken poop blasting power. It's 11 amps and consumes 1.45 gallons per minute. Assembly is easy, requiring only a Phillips head screwdriver. Make sure you have all your O-rings in. Push the button here, and the other end of the hose locks tight. A spare gasket is doubled up inside of the hose fitting.
I just got the water and the power hooked up to the Sunjo. It did come with an extra gasket, an extra little hose O-ring in there, so make sure you take that out. You're gonna have a little bit of trouble getting the hose in there. Plus you're gonna want that for later in case you lose one of these or they wear out before the Sunjo does. The power cord is really long. A lot of people in the comments complained that the cord wasn't long enough. I think if you had a small patio or a condo, this is more than long enough. I'm from the camp that actually likes short cords on appliances. That way they're easier to store. And if I mess up the cord, it's an extension cord I can swap out more easier than having to change the cord on the actual device itself. At the end of the cord, there is a nice little GFI protector, so that way you don't have to worry about getting buzzed while you're getting your pressure washing on. I just bled all the air out, so we got water all through the whole thing and nothing is leaking. Let's go ahead and fire it up. All right, got it energized. Run for a quick second. I'm guessing that's because it pressurizes it, and then it's only gonna run when I pull the trigger. That indeed it does. Now, with this particular one, I guess you don't have to switch out the nozzles. You can just turn this to adjust it. So let's check that out. It's that dreaded fan that everyone said wasn't powerful enough. Let's just see if it can knock this bird crap off this chair. I have a feeling that me and Sunjo are gonna get along just fine. Let's get all this chicken poop up.
The Sunjo mastered a number of tasks, from knocking cobwebs off ladders to knocking cobwebs off tables. Depending on the distance and the material of what you're trying to clean, you may be adjusting the tip quite often. Reviews of the Sunjo say it wasn't powerful enough to clean a fence. It knocked all the cobwebs and some of the lacquer off mine. For light cleaning on your house, it's perfect. But its lack of pressure makes it hard to reach high areas.
I got our camper pulled up outside of the house. The last time this bad boy's been cleaned was around Christmas time when we were in Vegas. It's gotten kind of dirty, and one of the parking spots we had it in at our storage facility had these little bugs that put all this like waxy type like dung or whatever you want to call it all over the camper. So if the Valley Joe can get this off, I think that will make the Valley Joe pay for itself. Let's see what it does.
Yeah, you see, I've been chilling out on the West Coast lately. Oakland, California to be specific. Soaking up the sun, trying to feel the vibe, catching a cool breeze. I got a pair of shades for every day of the week, cause I'm just fly like that, you dig? Yeah, I wanna give a mean shout out to Germany. I see you, where the flock at? The sounds you are now hearing are brought to you by none
Y'all
other
that
than...
watch the channel know I normally have my generator up here, but I had it off. You saw me standing on this thing. This rack is a beast. Link in the description below. I gotta say, the Sunjo definitely puts in work. I had the button down the whole time, about an hour and a half worth of pressure washing. Blasted all the mildew off the roof, got all of the bug dung off the front and the sides, got my rim squeaky clean, knocked all of the spider webs and all that stuff up off from around the front of the frame. The freaking trailer looks great. It was very light, had more than enough room to work using a 50-foot flex hose. I really like this particular hose I have. I'll put a link in the description below. This is my second one I've bought because I've replaced the original one and it lasted me about 3 years, which if you've ever played with these flex hoses, you know they don't really last that long. But the flex hose made it kind of a little bit easier to maneuver than if you had a big old thick rubber hose. And then I had an extension cord on it, but I really didn't need it because the Sunjo's cord is so long. And then the actual high pressure end hose of the pressure washer is long enough to where up on the ladder, I could just leave the Sunjo on the ground and I was able to get up there and blast all the stuff off the roof. But if I did have to lift the Sunjo up this little ladder, it really wouldn't be that hard because it's super compact and super light. Overall, I think the Sunjo paid for itself just getting my camper clean.
I just wanna have a good time. They calling me JJ cause I got the mic.
So, what's the cheapest pressure washer you've ever used? Have you maybe tried another brand? Let me know the good, the bad, and the ugly in the comments below. Peace.
In the record spin, give me a scratch to let me know where the song begin. His shoulder hold the headphone with one ear so he can hear the monitor and mix the record real clear. It's okay. I said it's